Over 6,000 acres are burning right now with no end in sight. Questions have come up as to how the fire started. Some witnesses have reported flames shooting up from the ground. One theory involves a leak from one of the local fracking operations in the area. Hopefully, they'll get these fires under control soon. Rocks to gas? In a related story, Mount Star Energy has started its fracking process this morning. It is, in fact, the largest ongoing fracking operation in the world, with over 20,000 fracking sites in the United States alone.
In a frack, a hole is drilled into the ground, explosions are detonated, and fluids are pumped in to fracture the coal seam. The fracturing process may have caused methane to find its way into the water table.
Energy companies use the fracking process to extract huge amounts of gas by creating massive explosions deep within the earth to pulverize and disintegrate the underground rock. Then they extract the resulting gas and other byproducts to produce cheap energy, which they then sell to us, the consumer. To follow up on an earlier report, in spite of protests throughout the world by the United States, Europe, South America, and surprisingly even China, North Korea has announced that it will not back down and cancel its plans to test an underground nuclear device, and in fact has started its countdown. It will detonate at any time now. This is what an underground test looks like. That small square towards the center of your screen is a building. Its detonation was many years ago with a much smaller nuclear bomb. Stay tuned for sports. We'll be right back. Before we go, we've just received this bulletin. According to the experts at the USCG, which monitors fault lines all over the planet, there is a newly discovered major earthquake fault line. No, I'm sorry, it's actually called a fracture, not a fault. This is a new discovery using a brand new technology. The difference is that a fault is close to the surface of the Earth, whereas this newly discovered fracture extends deep into the Earth. One computer model shows this fracture actually connects Asia from Hong Kong through the center of the planet to North America on the East Coast and the San Andreas Fault, which we know is way overdue for a major event on the West Coast, and finally down through South America. According to this new study, if these three major events, the North Korean nuclear underground explosion, the fracking explosions, and a major earthquake were to occur simultaneously so as to aggravate these fractures, our planet would disintegrate and all life would be extinguished instantly with no warning. Don't worry, this won't happen, at least not for hundreds of years, if ever. Sports is up.